So, I'll be continuing my story. Okay, so where I left off, Mr. Riordan, was I went to New Forest Academy in the middle of the year. I transferred to Yancey Academy in the United States of America. I was there when Percy was there, and Grover was there, Mr. Bruner was there, aka Chiron, and I was on. After the museum trip to the Metropolitan Museum field trip, I transferred out of that school, and Nancy Bobofit, she pissed me off. My greatest accomplishment, to be honest, was punching her. I honestly admit that that's actually my favorite accomplishment, is decking Nancy, because I oddly feel very overprotective over Grover. Though, I mean, I hate seeing people being picked on, and Grover was not exactly my friend, but he was. Anyways, after I transferred out of Yancey Academy, I went to the school Tyson was at, and I met Tyson. Yeah, so this is going to be the basis of everything. I was in the background of everything. I literally followed Percy everywhere, but I don't really remember if we talked or anything. Everything is blurry just because, of course, Kronos messed with my memories, and he gave me a personal prison. One that always will be keeping me prisoner, unless of course someone saves me, and I doubt that's ever going to happen due to people, demigods. I don't. Yeah. Anyways, after Tyson school, I went to the military academy where Bianca and Nico were. And that's my biggest memory, military academy. I was I was a chubby kid. I still am. I'm very short, and by that time I was 7 years old, and I was maybe 4 foot. I met Nico, and he changed my life because he was really the first friend I ever had, and he taught me that I shouldn't ever give up, and that even when things felt hopeless, there will always be a light. Nico was my light, and my first love, actually. Yes, Nico was my love. And first loves are forever, so yeah. And it shatters my heart, really, that he doesn't love me back. But no matter what, if he's happy, then I really don't care if I'm not happy, because if he's happy, then I don't really matter. Anyways, my fondest memory, my strongest, happiest memory, though, would be playing Mytho Magic with him and making him smile and laugh, because I feel it was my job. He was really important to me. He is really important to me. Anyways, let me remember. So one day at that dance, when Percy and everyone came to get Bianca and Nico, that would be my final night at military academy and my final night for freedom. That night, Bianca, she never wanted me around Nico because she never trusted me. She felt a darkness in me. And I understand why, because Kronos was in my head at that point. Like, he was messing with my head. And he wasn't really, he was actually almost close to actually controlling me. So, that night at the dance, I went up to Nico and tried to talk to him. Bianca, like, shooed me away and wouldn't let me talk to him. So I went over and sat alone, watching them, and I felt like crying. I'm actually about to cry right now. But I remember the emotions very strongly. I remember feeling completely useless and alone, and the light that was starting to flicker inside me, the one that Nico had started, had gone out. Well, was nearly out, anyway. And thoughts ran through my head about everything. About Kronos' promises to me. About what I really wanted. A family. I just wanted a family. I wanted someone to love me the way I loved them. Basically, I wanted a family. I wanted a brother. I wanted a mom. I wanted a dad. And I wanted Nico to be my boyfriend. And I always stood silent because I learned that everyone else was more important than me. And as Athena said, my fatal flaw is loyalty. Sorry, I'm crying. But my fatal flaw is loyalty. And it may be fatal, but I don't see it as a flaw. I see it as a strength. I want to take care of those who I love, and I would gladly die for them, which I am dying, but not for anyone, unfortunately. Anyways, so thoughts ran through my head, and when I finally accepted them, I'm pretty sure this is Mr. Thorne, but I really don't know. A very tall man, me being like, he's like 7 foot, and I'm like 4 foot, so, obviously he's really tall to me. He's making his way around across the gym to me. And he was dressed in completely black. Complete black suit, of course a white shirt underneath. Very fancy black shoes, slick black hair, and black shades on his face, covering his eyes. He came up to me and held out his hand and told me to come with him. I took his hand and he led me out into towards the front drive. I remember looking back at Nico and Bianca, wishing they would notice that I was leaving. So, but they didn't. So I actually did start crying a bit. The tall guy in black, drug me down to the front driveway where a black SUV was waiting. He put me in there and got into the passenger side. There were 3 other people in it, all monsters. I've always been adept at seeing through the mist. I saw through Mrs. Dodd's mist. I saw her wings. I saw Grover's legs. I'm always adept at that. But over the years, I've lost that adeptness because Kronos has addled my brain, misted my eyes, and dampened my powers. I'm going to end this recording right now and hope you listen to the next one. Thank you.